And U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has arrived in Israel for his 5th visit since the start of the war. Blinken is attending a meeting of the War Cabinet and briefing Israeli leaders on his talks with Arab partners in the region. We get more from ILTV's Steve Leibowitz.
Upon arrival in Israel, U.S. Secretary of State Blinken emphasized the importance that Israel permit displaced Palestinians to return to their homes in northern Gaza. The international community has been urging Israel to de-escalate its offensive against Hamas and pave the way for an end to the war. Israeli leaders are saying that the return home of Gaza civilians will depend on Hamas's willingness to release Israeli hostages held captive since October 7th. That's but one of the thorny issues on the agenda. The U.S. has been pushing for lower intensity warfare, more humanitarian aid, and movement toward plans for Gaza after the war that include Palestinian civilian rule and potentially a role for the Palestinian Authority. Blinken's first stop was a meeting with President Isaac Herzog.
So I want to thank the United States of America, President Biden, and the administration and you, Secretary Blinken, for your moral call of duty, for the fact that you're standing steadfast with Israel in this battle, which has to do clearly with humanity and with the values of the free world.
I've just come from a number of countries in the region, Turkey, Greece, Jordan, Qatar, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and I want to be able to share some of what I heard from those leaders with the President as well as with the Prime Minister and the Cabinet later today. And of course we'll have an opportunity to sit with the families of some of the hostages and discuss our relentless efforts to bring everyone home and back with their families. And there's lots to talk about, in particular, about the way forward.
Meanwhile, in a U.S. church, President Biden was interrupted by protesters calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Biden said this in unprepared remarks.
I understand their passion, and I've been quietly working with the Israeli government to get them to reduce and significantly get out of Gaza.